welcome to RPG Reanimators. It's live actual play. Today, I'm going to be play testing a scenario that I got inspiration from my Thomas Ligotti novel. We're just going to call it Black Curtains for now, so thanks for tuning in. Without further ado, we're going to be playing Call of Cthulhu, and we're going to be starting now. So, it is modern day. You are in the FBI headquarters in Virginia, Agent Dixon, and there's a big meeting today. Uh, Section Chief Carter, he's got a few things to say, and you walk into the lobby of the FBI building, right?
Mhm.
And scan your badge in. What do you look like? What's on your badge?
Uh, on
And
his
how is it different than what you look like now?
yeah, I think he's got like a younger badge, so it's got a little bit more hair, a little bit more joie de vivre, a little bit happier look. As the current day, he looks like he just stubbed out a cigarette in the like right outside the door because he did. He's got very short cut hair and he definitely looks like he's nicked himself a bunch shaving. So it's a little patchy and it doesn't look like he cares that much. He's probably got like even one of those like little toilet paper like dabs they have where you have like the little piece of paper left over that he's just not paid attention to. He has an appearance of 40. So there you
Great.
go.
So you scan in. The guard looks up at you, takes your badge, scans it in. You're free to go. Great.
Yep.
Uh, and you're heading up to the conference room where there's a bunch of other FBI agents, special agents there, getting coffee, talking to amongst each other in the bullpen when they go to the conference room.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, on the other side
I'll
of the
like do
building,
the back slap. I feel like I know everybody here, right? Like probably knocks a couple because he is. I forgot to mention a shit house of a man, a brick shit house, if you will,
love
a real reacher type, if you want.
them. All right, wonderful. And let's meet our the other actor in our buddy cop drama. Baxter Sloan, fresh in from the FBI Florida branch. You
Bax,
are in an elevator.
just kind of fixing up my suit,
You're
working on
alone
his
in the
faces.
elevator, yeah.
Just working on his smile. Is like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Baxter. No. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Baxter.
Oh,
I
you're
hate
so
that.
lovable. Great. So, ding, the elevator's doors they open up. You are on the same floor with the conference. It seems like there's a few people that have already gathered. Give me a spot hidden roll. Just both of you, yeah.
Oh, both of us. I'm
Yeah,
going
let's
to
do it.
put some points into that. Uh,
Yeah, what do you
Noting
want to
that,
assign? You
yeah,
can
we're
either do
using the
plus 20
Sanderson method of technique. Let's see. So what's a plus 20 get me? That would put me at a 45, which isn't bad.
or you can overwrite it.
I can override it. I'll go with a 45, so I'm gonna use one of my plus 20s.
Okay, so mark that down. That's a permanent addition to your character sheet.
So, just for clarity on my sake,
Mhm.
during play, we can decide to set one of these abilities to any of those selected that you have
Yeah,
the
for the rest
66,
of the game, or choose to do nothing. So
or
then that's it.
or add a 20 to them either at a 4 times per session.
Or add a 20, and then you cross that off. Then you can only do that 3 more times.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
I'll set a spot hidden to 50.
Nice. That's
What's it
good.
gonna
Hopefully
be?
you get it. I did not.
10. So that is a fifth success.
Okay.
Hell.
So, you're practicing smiling, and the elevator door opens. And this almost happens in slow motion because there's just FBI agents in the hallway. And you do spot someone kind of out of place here. They're wearing shiny dress shoes and a tuxedo. they're so blandly blonde that it's kind of just strange. Everyone is ignoring them. They walk into the main conference room where there are a few other FBI agents are sitting around. And the next part is crazy because as you continue to watch this and you're walking down that hallway, first day, of course, you see this tuxedoed blonde man. He takes out a revolver, points the barrel down someone sitting and looking up in shock, and they fire 6 times. Blam, 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 blam. At this point, there's other chaos. What's everyone doing?
Baxter, in a panic, is immediately going to hit the deck to the ground and fumble for his service weapon.
All right, you get it. People are rushing around. What are you doing, Ashton?
Ashton, I think, was
You're in the
probably
room.
yeah. I was in the room. I hear this, and I'll say I was like by maybe like a craft services table,
Yeah.
getting like a donut, and he just pulls it down and rolls over it, and then yeah, he's like trying to get his gun out as well.
Okay, I'm gonna say everyone can make a sand roll here for that shock of sudden violence.
Jeepers. Okay, that's the kind of day it's gonna be. No.
All right, it's gonna be 0/1. Death by 1,000 cuts. We're familiar with this one.
Yup.
So obviously, this person is has fired a gun in a room full of FBI agents, and they are just tackled. And what is unsettling is as soon as they are tackled, they fall to bits. Bits of mannequin.
Yeah, that's like the pop out over the table, the guns out, ready for action, and
Yeah,
it's
you
just
see one of
like
your
yeah, they're just over it.
coworkers, they're grabbing on and attempting to arrest a mannequin.
Yeah, he's just gonna be scoping out the room because he didn't see any of this coming in.
Yeah.
What the hell
So
is going on?
so what do you well, give me another sand roll.
I was going to say,
That one I succeed weirdly. I think.
another failure.
Okay. Another failure. This one's a I would say it's a D4 on a failure.
Ooh,
One.
Okay. So the hubbub dies down. The section chief Carter, steps in the room. What's going on?
so
There's
go
about
up.
30 FBI
Yeah.
agents just in this room.
Who got shot? Do I know them? I guess.
Yeah, you know that Barry Johnson, Agent Johnson, he was shot 6 times.
Johnson's dead.
He's keeled over. He's on the
Yeah.
ground on his back like this.
Yeah, go up to him, inspect the head. I assume there is a mush.
There is no mush.
Oh, there's no mush.
There's no mush. But he
So
is certainly dead. His eyes
okay.
are open and they're staring up at that ceiling.
What the hell? He'll just reach down and like turn the head to see are there any wounds at all?
Just from glancing at it, no, there are no wounds, no bullet holes, nothing.
Fuck.
And I would say that's a sand
Yeah,
roll.
yeah. He'll do the neck thing just to be sure, but yeah, no pulse. He's dead, Chief. 22. That's good stuff.
Okay. If you would like, you can do a few more things. Otherwise, we can kind of fade to black as the dust settles, and we're gonna have a meeting with basically these FBI agents and Chief Carter.
Guess Baxter, anything you want to do? Just go back to the elevator. Never mind.
I know. I'm sitting there like, the fuck did I get transferred into?
So yeah, I guess we will fade to black a little to like 15 minutes later. You're all There's been an emergency meeting called. Carter, he walks in. He's a big man with the red suspenders, and there's the jacket kind of draped over. He's sweating, so he's kind of fanning himself, and he's like, "All right, well, right now we're gonna call this. We're gonna feed to the media that this is some kind of terrorist attack. But I need you all to get to the bottom of this. I need you all to work in pairs. Uh, I need all hands on deck on this." And you can see people immediately start partnering up in the room. They start murmuring to one another. Uh, he looks at you, Vex, the Agent Sloan. He looks at you, Agent Sloan. He says, "Agent Sloan from Florida branch. Hell of a
Pleasure.
first day."
Nice to meet you, sir. Does
And
this normally happen?
No, I can't say. Can't say it does. And kind of wipes the sweat from his brow. I don't like this at all. Follow up on whatever leads. I don't quite understand what happened here. How? It was some kind of magic trick? Looks like you're going to be paired with Dixon, Agent Dixon. So he's
What?
vet. Yeah, you're with the newbie.
All right. Well, you know what they say when God closes a Johnson, they open a Sloan. Welcome to Virginia.
Nice to
Reach
meet
his
you.
hand.
Reach out his
So you
hand to
shake
shake it.
hands.
Yeah.
What's your immediate first impressions of each other?
But he definitely seems a bit disgruntled, I imagine.
Yeah.
This seems
Yeah.
like a guy who's he's seen all of it. He's just part of the department. Doesn't really
Yep.
worry too much about all of the red tape.
I like it. Yeah, and I'm seeing Baxter, and it's like this guy's new here. Like pretty young, I assume. Is that fair?
Sure, yeah, he's
Early
young.
30s, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, looks a little surprised, but you know, it's nice to have fresh people that don't know how jaded you are yet. It's kind of his thought process. This will be a lasting friendship.
Wonderful. So all these agents they've paired off and they've gone back. What you have available to you is they do have an autopsy being done currently Barry on Barry Johnson, and they are also examining the mannequin itself. So otherwise, I think as a vet, you probably have some snitches you can contact out, Agent Dixon,
Yeah.
like con men who specialize in magic tricks or whatnot.
I'm deep with the magician
Yeah.
community. You wouldn't believe the shit they get up to. I guess Baxter, not pigeonholing you to begin with, but what kind of stuff are you good at, you think? Maybe in the future would you put points to?
It's up in the air.
I don't know all too much, but I got a mean left hook.
Hey, my man.
This is just you beating up people this entire
Hell
session.
yeah. All right, now we're talking. That's what I got.
Hold up. Pick a card, any card, Mr. Magician. He picks up a card, just gets punched in the face. This will be our trick.
Abracadabra.
We're gonna shoot a bunch of magicians.
Yeah, it's I got a little bit of the street smarts to me. I know people. I can make them talk. So, you know, the thing I'm curious about is Johnson didn't have his head blown open,
Correct.
and I heard gunshots.
Correct.
I heard
Did you
6.
see what? Did you see what happened?
I came out of the elevator. I saw the blonde gentleman walk into the conference room unabated and then put 6 rounds straight into Johnson without any hesitation.
It doesn't
then he-
add up.
And then he
Ugh.
fell over to a mannequin. Which are you pumping something into the air here? Like,
I hope not. If it's oxygen, this whole place is going up when I light this up.
what are we, a
No,
casino?
it makes us happy. I'm kind of thinking maybe we look at the mannequin briefly. I want to see that gun because I want to know how Barry died. which may I don't know. What are you thinking? Just
Tur-
drains
tur-
a cigarette.
we'll turn over the mannequin first, see if it has any carvings or handiwork that might be able to
Mm,
figure out who could have made it.
I like it.
Okay.
Hell of a calling card to leave behind.
Yeah.
You did like that trick they always have in the animes where the person like disappears and there's just a log behind, but with a mannequin.
What's an anime?
Oh kid, oh kid.
Wonderful. So you're heading into the a room that they've set aside for the mannequin. Right now, there's I think two agents. They're kind of looking at it, taking it apart. They got it under UV light. It smells of chemical. And one of the like forensic scientists, they come over to you. What's his name? Let's say it's Pete.
Hey Pete.
Yeah, Pete. He turns up towards you. Uh, Never seen anything like this. There's no signs of just no prints, no hair, no DNA, no sweat, no dandruff, no nothing. And just looking at these, no chemical cleaners were used, no abrasives, no alcohol,
Hmm.
nothing. It's like
Like, is
someone
it
just
even
dropped it out of thin air.
so like not even varnish or anything?
Oh no. You're welcome to take a look at it.
Yeah, you got the weapon, right?
Yeah, we got the gun.
I want to take a look at that. Yeah, I'll start there, Baxter. Feel free. Let's
Put
double
on
team
some
this.
gloves.
Okay, so you put on gloves. You're going to try and examine this body.
Yes.
Okay, it is a mannequin. Uh, so no need to roll. But then as you move its head around, you find that it's hollow, and there's something rolling around inside, almost like kind of scraping of paper. And you're looking at the gun, Agent Dixon.
Hmm.
You turn over this 44 revolver. Printed on the side, it says gag gun.
Hmm.
It is not even a real revolver.
Really?
It's one of those guns where you pull the trigger and a flag comes out.
Okay.
It says bang.
I mean, he's just gonna point it at the wall and pull the trigger and
And
make sure. Yeah.
it goes bang. Like the flag comes
Yep.
out, the flag unwhirls.
Fuck is this Joker shit?
Kind of off-season Halloween prank.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we are breathing something.
Yeah, but the head is hollow.
I'll take out an X-Acto knife that we usually use for, you know, going through cadavers.
And you
Got to be
start
careful with
using.
this one.
Okay, great.
Nice.
I would say that, yeah, as you cut open this mannequin's head, you spy this crumpled old receipt in the middle of it. The receipt says Illusions of Empire Magic Shop. This is located in Arizona.
Huh.
You got an address.
What is this guy? Some kind of golem? You know, they put the words, the instructions inside.
Huh?
It's not an anime. It's old religion. It doesn't matter.
And there
Okay.
Okay.
is one more thing.
Oh,
Along with the receipt, there is what appears to be a Polaroid, black and white. and it shows you, Agent Dixon,
Ugh,
younger, from a
well,
long time ago.
good. Ugh, the hell?
So give me a sand roll.
Back when rock and roll another 22 tonight. Yeah, I'm
Nice.
fine.
You're fine. Fine. It's a little weird. It's a little weird, but it's fine.
Yeah, what am I like? Is it a straight on Polaroid sort of thing, or what's like the environment? Does it look like?
Oh, it looks like an old warehouse.
Hmm. And I assume I don't recognize this at all. Like,
You might. Let's
wish I wasn't such a drinking old veteran.
yeah, yeah. Perhaps it was one of these cases that you've been on in the past, maybe 10 years ago.
Mm.
And I think this is the perfect time for doing a flashback sequence.
He's cool. He's got a leather coat on.
Sure, you're basically in front of a warehouse. You're gonna take on the role as agent. Actually, this is when you were, let's say, a plainclothes cop, Agent Dixon,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and you're gonna be playing as Officer Dixon's partner, Josh. So come up with a name. But you're actually supporting a raid on a warehouse where these two FBI guys are in charge. Agent Barry Johnson and Agent Kenneth Smith.
Kenneth Smith.
Yeah, so they're
All right.
stacked up on the door of this warehouse. It's in the city. Let's just
Yep. Yeah. Capital.
yeah, and
Uh,
apparently, from what you understand, that there might be a dangerous criminal inside. That's why they have this officer team, and they're gonna try and apprehend him. You're not given a lot of information,
yep. Yep.
but you do see a younger Agent Johnson. He's got a full head of hair and he's got the FBI Kevlar vest. The
Yep.
FBI. He says, "All right, want this quick and clean? Let's go in."
All right.
And the team, the police team, they start to smash open the door with a battering ram, and it's not quite
Give me that.
clean. Yeah, it's not quite clean. Give me a strength roll.
You think you've never done this before? Oh 04.
Oh
Give me
04,
that.
bam.
Damn. Just
The
throws it through the door.
the door bursts open and the teams flood in. So you're gonna take floors 2 and 3. We'll work our way through 1 and then go all the way up to 4.
All right.
So it's a small warehouse, right? But at the same time, there's a bit of a breeze. It's cool. It's a cool night. There's a bunch of crates. Some of those flooring just looks unstable. There's only moonlight that shines in from the outside. There's a few mannequins that are standing around, and we'll kind of get a black and white fisheye view of you
Yeah.
moving
Yeah.
in, Agent Dixon. Sorry, Officer Dixon and his partner. Did you find a name?
Clarence Quill.
Officer Quill. Great. You're making your way through this warehouse.
Clear. Clear. You're just hearing clear. Clear. Every once
Clear,
in a while.
clear. It looks like, yeah, you weren't really briefed by these FBI agents, but you've definitely seen this before. So as you clear rooms one by one, I'd love for you to give me some spot hiddens as we're in this flashback.
The years have dulled my senses, and I was never good to begin with. So no.
Success. As
Right.
Clarence is knocking over mannequins and smashing them.
Yeah, yeah. So with the success, you turn the corner, right? And you see a figure with a gun aimed right at you. Uh, Officer Quill.
I if I don't immediately recognize it as a fellow officer, then I'll scream, "Put your hands up! Drop the weapon!" And if he doesn't immediately react, I'm gonna pull the trigger.
Yeah, he doesn't immediately react.
I pull the trigger.
He couldn't possibly immediately react because it's a mannequin.
Uh, oh yeah, no, I'm shooting the mannequin. I see the gun.
So you
What
hear
the
on the
hell,
comms
Quill?
like, "What the fuck's going on down there?" And
Contact! We have contact!
so yeah, it's a fucking shit show. There's rumblings in this building, and at this one point, give me a dex roll, Ashton and Sloan. Not Quill. Sorry.
Oh, that's better. 25 should be hard, I think. Yes,
Failure.
exactly hard.
Okay. So a failure. This
Getting
is what
caught up in the
happens.
strings.
This is what happens. The fourth floor collapses, like this roof, and you see a cop just go flying downward
Oh.
Oh,
as the floor has collapsed, and he's coughing and he's stuck under this rubble.
Is he on the same floor as me now, or did he go through the floor?
He's on the same floor as you. It looks like the FBI guy,
I'm gonna rush
Johnson.
over to him and start pulling rubble off of Johnson. What the hell just happened?
Jesus, I split up from my partner. He says he saw something, and then the floor gave out from under me. I think what we're after is here.
What the hell are we after,
We're looking
anyways?
for a black rotary phone.
the fuck?
What? This many people for a black rotary vote? What the fuck is so
It's
important about it?
dangerous.
Okay.
And you help him to his feet. He brushes himself off.
I'll
Set
pick him
on
up.
4, right?
Yeah, he was on 4.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll
We
pat him
we
down.
we got to get to Kenny. Kenny said he found it.
He's up on 4.
Let's
Yeah.
go then.
Yeah, let's rush it.
Yeah. And when you get to upstairs, there's a closed door and there's like an ethereal whooshing sound from beyond. It's a brick room, one that Johnson immediately kicks open. And lying on the ground, his hand clutched onto the telephone of the black phone, is Kenny, Agent Kenny Smith on the ground.
Shit.
Unresponsive. There are black curtains in the distance blowing.
I'm gonna rush over to Kenny and check for a pulse.
I'm gonna make it a assumption and try and find like the cord to the wall.
Yeah,
Because I'm thinking he's like, it's dangerous. Maybe it like electrocuted him or something.
right, right. So as you go over to this phone cord, right, it should be plugged in, but it's not even plugged in.
It's a taser phone.
And when you're checking the pulse, Kenny Kenny is alive. And he would go on to basically quit the FBI in the coming months, having heard something on the other side. And that's where we'll flash back to the present. Yeah, you were there. That's actually a photo of you in your police uniform
Mm-hmm.
back when you were an officer, Officer Dixon.
Oh shit.
That was a weird night.
I I kind of recognize this mannequin actually now that I'm this kind of looks my partner back when before he left. Uh he uh he shot up this mannequin that was holding a gun on him. It kind of looks similar.
You know the perp?
Yeah, that
Not
could make things complicated with the section chief.
yeah. Maybe it certainly would make sense because Barry, the dead guy, he was on a task force that went into this. and his partner, heard something on the phone or something he said, and he like lost his mind, quit the force.
Stuff like this happens every day. I'd lose my mind and quit the force too.
Welcome to Virginia. Shit.
Oh,
So
what's
where
that? You
exactly?
found evidence? Pete says.
Maybe a lead, yeah.
Well,
What were you thinking, Baxter?
Say where was this raid last time? You recognize the mannequin.
The city. In a
yeah, it was in a
warehouse.
Dun,
nearby
dun,
like city. I
dun.
would say it was in
Yeah.
New York.
Okay. New York City, the Big Apple.
In fact, there might be case files on whatever this was.
I'm worried that maybe Kinney knows something. I don't know. Trying to think this seems very targeted considering who had something out for Barry.
Does Kenny have any last knowns?
No, he dropped off the face of the fucking earth.
God damn it.
Kind of went hermit mode, like shotgun and a dog,
Yeah.
cabin in the woods.
Oh,
That's how
so
you
you must be in New Hampshire then.
Yeah.
I don't know. Getting a hold of him, we probably could, but it might be tough. Uh so we've got old case files we could look at, but we've
Yep.
also got
You
the
got
autopsy.
autopsy.
Yeah.
You have the snitches you could talk to.
Yep. I could talk to my snitches about this Arizona magic shop.
Arizona and New York. Hell of a travel.
Yeah. It's he's gonna get a picture of like a copy of the Polaroid just to
Yep,
have
it's
it to
you.
show around. Yeah, yeah. It's
So you're showing that around and sharing that information with the rest of the force.
I think at least with Baxter, I don't think I have a reason to hold it back from other people.
Okay,
I
because
imagine
that
the
might
section
compromise your
chief.
ability to be
You're
on
too
this case.
close to this.
Yeah.
In that case, he'll maybe just keep that to himself and just
Okay.
he'll let Baxter know. But beyond that, maybe if Pete starts to say something, be a real like, shut the fuck up, Pete. I want to know what happened here.
Okay,
It's
then
been a
I'd say that's
decade.
some kind of persuade roll for sure.
Uh, I'm gonna just put a bunch of points in intimidate
Okay. Yeah, works
because
for
that
me.
feels real. Come on, you son of a gun. Hey, 16.
So how do you
Hard success.
intimidate Pete?
Uh, I've been on this force a long time.
Okay.
Pete, you're gonna keep your mouth shut about this Polaroid, or I'm gonna start bringing up some DUIs that got lost.
Oh shit. Okay. That's how it is, huh?
That's
All
how it
right.
is.
You won't hear a peep from me, Dixon.
Good.
Jesus.
And your grandma can stay on the road.
So yeah, you got his silence.
All right. You you ever done something like this, Baxter? Find a mannequin?
No, I can't say I have. All of my years in school and before coming here, no. I don't think anyone really has that kind of experience.
Yeah, I would have thought so too. But 10 years ago, I saw some shit.
What
All
did you
right.
see 10 years ago?
Nothing. Saw a guy clutching a phone that he said talked to him, but the phone wasn't even plugged in or nothing.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Are you
spooky.
sure there's nothing in the water in this facility?
There definitely is.
It's not fluoride.
Yeah, no. You ever heard of LSD, my friend? Expands your mind. At any rate, I don't know. What do we want to do? Do we want to do this autopsy before we leave?
Yeah, let's find out exactly what happened to this poor buddy.
Yeah, I want to know how he died.
Okay, great. So let's talk about the autopsy. Who's let's say, hmm, say Kyle Ligotti. He's on the autopsy team today, and he's currently just finished up. He looks at you and he says, "Agents,
Lugosi.
it's real strange what's happened here. Usually, there's no post mortem activity outside of the muscles, but look at this." He takes a pen light and he shines it onto the eyes, the
Hmm.
unblinking eyes of Barry, and these pupils, they shrink, responsive to light. But he's brain dead and his heart's not working.
Okay, I was about to say you are positive he was dead before you started the autopsy, right?
Yeah, yeah. So that's a sand for sure.
Like, do we look over and we see his organs on like the
Yeah,
the
you see his
weighing
organs.
trays and stuff? Huh?
At least the heart's not beating.
Yeah, I got nothing. It's bad news.
Why are the eyes still responsive to light? That's a D4 sand.
Just one. I don't know enough
Yeah, I'll
science
change.
to
I'll
know how
change it to
weird
one.
that
That
is.
seems like a one for me. That's fair.
The fuck?
But cause of death: severe myocardial infraction precipitated by a liberation of aortic emboli. In other words, heart attack. However, what's very strange is it's like he's had a blood clot, right? That would be
Hmm.
normal for a heart attack, but instead he's had six simultaneous blood clots.
Oh,
It's a blood clot gun.
6 bullets, 6 clots. Where were the blood clots located?
Hmm.
Trying to
Uh,
line it up with
yeah,
where he
face
got
and
shot.
chest.
Huh.
Those are exactly where he got shot when I was watching. What?
This I haven't seen, but it does kind of make a sick kind of sense.
I've never seen anything like this. Uh, Kyle says.
Hmm. Awful. Yeah. You got his wallet. You
Yeah,
have his
yeah, we
wallet on
have
him.
all that.
Yeah, he'll just do like the classic detective, like pull it open, make sure he hasn't like doesn't have a gift card to Empire Magic Shop Arizona or some nonsense like that.
No, no, he doesn't. No, just normal things: car keys, wallet, phone.
Yep. Is he a clean kind of cop? Like was Barry or FBI agent? Like I knew him a little bit
Mm-hmm.
probably, but he seemed on the level.
Yeah, for the most part.
It's one of the cleaner ones. All right, so
Been cleaned out now.
somebody hated Barry enough to give him blood clots.
The blood clot gun.
Ugh,
That's a weird way to get somebody.
really, honestly, it's a little more convoluted than I would have gone for, but I can't argue with its efficiency.
And on account of we have no idea where to really begin on this, other than a few leads.
Yeah.
It's pretty good at hiding who's responsible.
Barry's body is still on the metal autopsy table. You can see Kyle. He's still doing this little trick with the pen light.
Kyle, cut that out. Uh, why don't you put Barry there on ice or something for a little bit?
He's
You
not
know,
going anywhere.
you say that. We had a guy disappear out of a room full of agents, so
Yeah, I
you
heard
know,
about that. I wonder how Chief's doing. He's probably sweating his ass off. He probably needs answers to the public.
He said it was going to be labeled a terrorist attack, so that'll probably buy us a couple of days.
Yeah, well, he's gonna need something to show for it.
Well, it's not going to be this body. I'd recommend a closed casket funeral, just in case.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to have somebody at the funeral like, he's still looking at me.
I remember Barry and his bulging eyes, how they always dilated whenever I looked at him.
Creepy.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. What are you thinking? Do we want to head to that shop? I kind of want to look up that other agent and just see if we have any records on where he got to. So yeah, maybe I'll go accost the section chief and see if I can get access to Agent Smith's files.
Okay. Great. And you're tagging along, Agent Sloan.
Unless I need to pull some addresses for the magic shop or anything.
Yeah, you'll get the address to the magic shop easily enough.
Yeah.
Illusions of Empire.
Oh, Illusions. Oh yeah, there it is. Illusions of Empire. It's a full thing. It's in Arizona though.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna head over to section chief's office, and he's sweating. He's got the box fan going in the window, and he says, "Got anything for me?"
Well, after turning over the body of the assailant, we did find a few things in the back of his skull and a receipt to a one Illusions of Empire shop in Arizona. So maybe where it was purchased, where they got it from, a lead. Gonna require some travel though.
Great. Yeah, you're approved for travel.
Great.
Alrighty.
You said there were a couple things you found, and he gives
Uh,
you a.
That and nothing on the body, and well, when we did go look at Barry's body, his eyes were still dilating even after death.
I would say this is a fast talk to avoid saying you found the Polaroid, because you did mention we found a couple things.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's
I'll give you a bonus die because you distracted him with the whole oddity with the eyes.
Yeah. Agent Dixon is just giving him the slow turn.
oops.
Elbows him in the side real tough.
No, I
I'm not
told him to
lie.
kill him.
Yeah, I'll set my fast talk to 50.
Okay.
Nice.
And bonus die is tens place, or is that one's place?
Yes, it is the 10th percentile die.
One.
Whoa!
Oh, one?
Oh, one
Hell
on the
yeah.
reroll.
Easy.
Right.
You could lie to FBI agents all day.
Agent Dixon is given the approving nod now, like, yeah, this guy.
All right. Well, Carter is going to be like, all right, well, you're approved for travel. Just keep me in the loop.
Okay, can I get Johnson's old partner's records in case this is connected? Grudges and shit. Agent Smith. Kenneth
Agent Smith? Yeah. Sure. Last I know, I'll have those emailed over to you.
Perfect. We'll get on the road to Arizona, which is quite a ways away, I assume.
Right. Take a company car, take a plane. What does the elevator ride look like with just the two of you as you get in? Doors close.
So, how about that TikTok?
The talk?
How about that TikTok?
That TikTok.
Oh, the app.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about all that, man. I can't do any of the dances. My stepdaughter says I'm On fleek? Is that a thing? Was that a used to be a
Oh
thing?
god.
I don't know anymore. Kids are talking about the Rizzle or something. I'm so lost.
I imagine you get called Unk.
I don't know what it means.
So
I'd
ding,
rather shoot a million mannequins than hear more of that.
the elevator opens to the parking lot level where you get your car rentals.
Right. Yeah, let's you a good driver?
Oh yeah, I'm great.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
Shotgun.
Shotgun. All right. Well, we're driving over to the airport.
You
And what
should
kind of
know I'm checking my phone the entire drive. I'm a
while driving?
great driver.
Yeah, yeah. Jeez.
Great.
He's holding the oh shit bar up here, like, oh god.
Okay, then we will just change the scene to on board the airplane. Who here is sleeping?
I'll sleep. Why not?
Okay.
It's an airplane. It's probably that's a decently long flight.
I'm shaking a little bit from all the Monster Energy I've been drinking.
All right, so you're up. Um, your eyes twitch in your sleep, Agent Dixon. You're sweating. You kind of move around, tossing and turning. You're standing back in the warehouse.
Yeah.
There is a TV that is on instead of a black rotary phone. The TV is not apparently plugged into anything, but it's advertising something called the Mystery Line. It shows up on the screen in gaudy red colors. There's a voiceover. Masculine. What lottery numbers will make you rich? And there's a beautiful woman waving a slip of paper. How can you make that special someone notice you? And it shows a lonely man staring longingly at a pretty woman. What is your purpose in life? A young woman sitting thoughtfully, chin cupped in one hand. When will you die? An old woman in black standing forlornly next to a fresh grave. The mystery line has the answers to all of your questions, and you can see the source of the voice, which is a blandly handsome blonde man, and he's holding up a receiver for a black rotary phone.
Shit. Do they have a number on the screen yet?
You can't read it out because of that dream logic.
I hate the dream logic. Like swimming and it's
Yeah,
what is it?
you know you're dreaming now, actually, and the TV's on, and
It's gonna go.
it keeps repeating that TV.
Yeah, and this is like the old TV is gonna go up to it to try and like tune it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
just in the hope that that'll get him a little closer. Like
Oh,
adjust the rabbit ears.
give me a power roll.
Thank goodness. I've got just oodles of pow. Oh, okay. A hard success, 23 under 60.
Okay. Well, the blonde man focuses on the screen. He's sitting at the desk. Do you really want to know?
Who are you, you son of a bitch?
Do you really want to know?
I want to know.
Really want to know? And there's a skip. Really want to
God
know?
damn it.
Want to know? To know? No, no, no. And that's when you wake up with a start.
You there,
Son of a
Dixon?
bitch. I had a dream. It was the warehouse back in the day. There was this blonde bastard. He was trying to sell me some phone line.
Blondes?
Very blonde. Yeah, he'll do like the description of the guy.
Nondescriptly blonde.
Yeah. He was the vaguest motherfucker I've ever seen.
Almost reflecting the features of a mannequin.
I would. Why couldn't they have just kept the lady? The lady was nice. The lady was getting shit done. I don't know. Something's fucked up, man.
Had I not seen what happened this morning, I would have said, this sounds exactly like some repressed trauma from the warehouse. But on account of, well, I watched a man turn into a mannequin after putting 6 rounds into a gentleman, and then the bullets turned into
Yeah.
blood clots.
I think too. I'm gonna roll sanity here because I never saw the blonde guy.
Yeah.
So that, like, yeah, Baxter. I think your example is, yeah, no, 99 over 50 something.
Okay, I would say
Not
that's
so good.
yeah, that's a 0/1d4 or
Yeah,
a one.
yeah,
Oh,
because he should not be able to describe this guy at all, but he recalls him too well.
mm-hmm. Prepare for landing. Fasten seatbelt signs are on. Be landing in
I
Arizona
can't even
shortly.
smoke in here. Got my vape.
Oh, I pull out a container. Seriously, this is why you get called on. Kind of hand you a Zin.
What?
With a
Ooh,
zit in.
it becomes a Zen advertisement. Oh, what is this?
Great. This is great.
Okay, okay.
Perfect. The plane lands and you're on the road again. It's one of those places where reception ain't too good and you might have to use a map manually. So you immediately see that.
Disgusting.
How do you use one of these?
Give me that. He's in the shotgun seat. You just follow this line. He's gesturing with the cigarette. Like, take the next left. The next left. Fine, we'll hit it on the turnpike.
Oh, sorry, I had some recorded videos I was watching on my phone.
Jeez, you're gonna get us killed.
I've never seen Open Gangnam Style, so like
What the
I just
fuck? You're making me feel somehow even older than I am. Wait a second. You should be right in the prime. I don't know about this.
So you start driving through the Arizona landscape. Your partner in the passenger seat's got the map out, and eventually you come to a small town with a magic shop. It does say Illusions of Empire. The neon sign in the front is does say on, and from beyond that you see the shrublands, the cacti of the Arizona landscape.
Mhm.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
Is it one of those, like, is it a standalone thing, or is it kind of like in a
It's the
strip
strip
mall?
mall area,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Vibes. It's all vibes.
So back entrance and probably like an alleyway with
Yeah.
yeah.
You can see that from the front window. This place is just cluttered. It looks like someone's basement. It's like things haphazardly stacked on top of one another.
these mom and pop shops are often run by hoarders looking to offload stuff from their house.
I have such a vivid memory from my youth of one such example. Yeah, which means we got to watch out for things falling on us, frankly.
Oh boy, I hope
Yeah,
it's not any more mannequins.
you know it's going to be more
I
mannequins. All right. Uh be
got the
quick on
receipt.
be quick on the draw. Is yeah, well go open the door.
Yeah. Why are you in this shithole town in this
Yeah.
magic shop? You push open the glass door, the bell rings. Ding ding ding. There's some shuffling from one inside, and yeah, there's all kinds of clown costumes and like fake decks and different types of magic tricks stacked upon boxes in this small, almost shipping container sized store.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what you almost trip over
Mhm.
yourself. There's barely any room to stand. Your size, you're build one, so you're probably like brushing up to some
Yeah.
shit.
For sure, for sure.
And there's an elderly man in a vest and these round spectacles. He comes out and he says, "Hello,
Hi.
can I help you, gentlemen?"
Yes, we're actually looking at maybe purchasing a mannequin.
A mannequin? Yeah, we might have a mannequin.
Actually, we got referred here by a gentleman. As I pull out the receipt, we're hoping to see if you had a similar model.
Oh, that looks like one of mine. Care to hand that over?
Of course.
He
Pull out
takes
the
the
receipt.
receipt. He looks at it and he says, "Yep, this is one of mine. Let me check my logbook." And he is going to go and, go into the back. He shuffles into the back. He almost glides into the back. And there's some rustling around, and you hear his voice. Ah, this one's over 4 years old.
Really?
Yeah. And oh, here it is. And you hear some rustling. He picks something up, and when he comes out, he does have a revolver in his hand. What do you do?
I immediately reach for my
Yeah.
firearm. I'll try to recognize if it's the fake gun that we had dealt with. I know there's a fake one, but I might shoot the shopkeeper.
He
That's
sees you. His eyes go wide. He says, "Oh wait, don't shoot! This is fake. This is fake."
and Agent Dixon had like grabbed something on the shelf behind him, was about to wing it at his head. He's like,
See, and he fires, and it goes bang. Flag comes out.
"You some kind of idiot."
No, no. I just look. We sold this before. We sell this model. Um, did you check the receipt? We use invisible ink. He flicks open a match, lights a cigarette, and also heats up a bit of that
Mhm, mhm.
receipt. And it does give you a different address. And it says, "If you really want to know, dot dot dot, 222 Main Street, Freeburg, Ohio." But
In
here's the
retrospect, we should have called ahead.
here's the kicker, right? You tested like the receipt and all that for
Mhm.
chemicals. Like you would have detected invisible ink.
I,
Kind of,
uh,
kind of leans over to Baxter. He swapped the receipts.
yeah, I think the gentleman's leading us on.
Yeah, I'm inclined to throw some handcuffs on him and see if he's willing to give us a little bit more information.
Uh, let's see if we can push it out of him first.
All right,
He says, "Well,
who?
gents, can I help you with anything else?"
Yeah, who'd you sell the mannequin to?
We didn't sell a mannequin. We sold a gun.
Who'd you sell the gun to?
Uh, it was a long time ago.
It was four
Hard to
years, my
remember.
man. I still have. Yeah, it's hard to remember.
Here, let me check the logs again. And he's gonna go back into the back.
At at this one,
Let's follow him back
Agent.
in
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. We're both like pushing our way.
we'll wade through all of the stuff. He may glide, but we're like giants in a china shop.
Okay, yeah, you follow him into the back. And he says, as he sees you, it's like, "Oh, well, what brings you out here, gentlemen?"
Well, to be frank with you, this is part of an investigation. Somebody was hurt, and one of those fake guns was found at the scene of the crime.
Could be in a whole lot of trouble, man, Frere.
"Oh, that's terrible. It's really terrible," he says.
You don't seem too worried about it.
Uh, I guess not. We have America's finest. Gestures towards you.
Looks out the front window.
But no. The logs here says someone paid in cash for a fake gun 4 years ago.
You don't remember a damn thing about this individual.
Probably. He thinks for a second. I think it was a blonde man. He was blonde. That's all I can really remember.
You buy any, like, did the receipt have anything else, or was it
It
purely
was just for the
the
gun.
gun? Is there anything special about this gun, like, that you sold other than it's a fake gun? Like, is it exactly the same as the one
Well, I sure
you?
as hell don't sell real guns, mister.
Why do you say it like that?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not some kind of communist arms dealer.
We look back to the strip mall. This is like this much of the shop.
Yeah.
The rest is back here. Like, well, let's just say you might want to tell us anything else you know about this gun, or we might have to look further into whether you sell actual guns out of here.
I don't sell guns. I don't sell guns. I only sell fake guns.
Story's not adding up, my friend.
And he's increasingly he's sweating a lot more.
No, it's let me
Cave skull.
yeah.
Get angry.
I'm gonna grab that logbook. I don't
Okay.
I don't know what Baxter's thinking is, but Ashton's kind of in this, like, it feels like this guy's putting them on, but he doesn't have a good feel. Like, he's
Well, you
that
can give me
weird, like,
psychology.
oh, I'm not. I'll put. Do I have points in it? It's a 10. I'll bump that up to a 30.
Okay.
That feels right. 24. Under 30.
Right. Yeah, with 24 under 30, that's a pass. He's being completely earnest.
Mhm.
He's not trying to mislead you at all.
Which is more confusing to Agent
Yes.
Dixon. Like, he's just kind of lost at this point.
Baxter's just trying to keep it, by the books on his first day. He's like, what am I allowed to do and not do in this department?
It's Virginia, baby.
It's the Wild West.
Yeah. We're gonna need to take this logbook with us.
I thought we were in Arizona.
We are in Arizona. It's the FBI. We have jurisdiction, maybe.
I mean, we're going to Ohio. We're going to have jurisdiction in Ohio.
Yep, that's it.
Ohio's a member of the United States of America. Therefore, you have jurisdiction.
Yeah, I mean, other than taking like a quick glance just to make sure he didn't swap out the receipts into like the trash can or something.
You're welcome to check the trash can.
Yeah, we'll just
alcoves
give it a
anywhere.
quick look. Yeah.
Yeah, no sign of.
Yeah.
Why, are you looking for something, mister?
The I stands for investigation.
Well,
Looking this shop up and down, is it just a ramshackle of stuff that he just has and sells?
It looks
like
someone's
a
basement.
hoarder.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. Well, that's why they call it magic.
Because we're dealing with a mentally ill person.
Yup. All right. Don't go anywhere. What'd you say your name was?
My name? Oh, it's Harry. And if you need a last name, Harry Lyman.
Houdini. Oh.
No.
Those are grounds for pulling a gun on him.
Yeah.
Shoot him.
He said his last name's Houdini. Make him
Actually,
disappear.
just actually hit him in the stomach.
You can call me Ambrose. Bam, bam, bam. All right, here
You
you're
haven't
going
seen
for
any
it.
strange signs.
Yeah, no, the strangest thing we've seen is this ink that is somehow heat reactive that we didn't notice. And
Yeah, well, like he said, that's why
Yep.
they call it magic.
I hate this. All right, let's get out of here.
All right, your first one out the door, right? You bump face first into a large clown, and he goes like this,
He'll just give the push, like, get out of here.
and then he does this to you, and he walks in into the magic store, and inside you can see some movement, hand motions.
So Baxter's alone in the store with the clown.
Yeah.
I-
Oh, Baxter, you leave too?
I was gonna start heading out, but like I saw the little scuffle. There's not a lot of room. I I see the clown moving through. I'm trying to listen in, but it's all hand motions.
Yeah, and you see the shopkeeper really start to get worried and start sweating. But that's
Like,
about it.
is the shopkeeper looking at us getting concerned, or at
Looking
the?
at the clown.
I'll listen in a little bit. I'll track back
Clown's
if
not
you.
saying anything.
So
I'm
you're
gonna
hearing
watch.
through the wall, like through the window, Dixon
Yeah.
just being like, "What the hell? Watch where you're walking." Just because you have big shoes doesn't mean you can step all over people, asshole.
You want to peer back around and watch the hand gestures in the shop owner. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah. And then eventually they both enter the back room.
Bash is gonna sneak over back into the doorway of the back room, kind of peer his head through.
It appears empty.
I'm going to walk into the back room now, looking for them.
You walk into the empty back room. It's still filled with cluttered. There's no room, and what's even more concerning is that there is no back door. Give me a sand roll.
Baxter is going to start covering his face and just start screaming in the back room. 47 is exactly on sanity a failure, or
No, it's a success.
all right, he succeeds. He screams loud enough to forget what's going on. So you can probably hear the muffled screams in the back room of me.
Oh, like just kind of rampage through the front door, get back in there. What?
You'll
What?
find
What?
you're gonna see me like grabbing at the walls, feeling for the back door.
What the
They're
hell?
both gone. They're both gone.
Oh fuck! I did not do well on my sanity because I saw them both come in. You must have missed a hatch. You must have missed a hatch or something.
Yeah, magic. Fucking Christ.
Yeah, check those. Check the vanishing boxes or whatever.
Yeah, you start opening them.
Yeah.
It's nothing but packing peanuts.
What the hell?
Is this an old floor or is it
It's
brand
a
new?
linoleum tile floor. Yeah, kind of musty, a little grouty.
Kick it with my feet, trying to hear anything hollow, but I'm not
Nothing
gonna commit.
concrete.
Yeah. Motherfuckers. We're getting played with.
Get out of here before I burn this place.
I know that was my every temptation, but we're not in an agency that does that kind of thing.
Maybe I should transfer to the CIA if I want to do that.
Okay. So you leave the shop, right? And you're starting to pull
I'll,
away.
I'll flip the sign to closed on the.
Yeah. You turn off the neon
Yeah.
and you drive away. And in the distance, a clown watches you out of your sight.
Oh,
I'm from Ohio.
yeah. If we look up the that address once we get back within cell range or whatever, uh, What's that telling us about what that location is?
Well, Freeburg, Ohio is a pretty crap sack town,
Ah, it's that kind of situation.
middle of nowhere. And you do see that you do have an email from Carter.
Yep.
Turns out that Kenny, Agent Kenny, he lives in a town called Freeburg, Ohio.
Mm. Yeah. Just
And that he's kind of dropped off, sworn off the agency after that one case.
yeah.
And he sends you over a video of something the case that he was on. It was called like the psychic hotline murders.
Mhm.
And you're looking through this. There's a video clip with like an ad of what was advertised on these TVs. Apparently, they traced the source of the phone calls to that warehouse that you were at. But the phone calls, right? What were they trying to advertise? Well, when you click the video, you get the same ad
Mhm.
that you got in the dream, where it's like, just call this number, right? And the mystery line has all your answers.
We're just sitting in the rental and like the phone's landscape mode
Yeah.
on the dash as we're watching this.
When will you die? What is your purpose in life? How can you make that special someone notice you?
I must
You
have
see the
heard
blood,
that somewhere. That's how I remember that.
man. Yeah.
It's an old upload. That's what it was.
Well, it's the first time you're listening to it.
Uh, the nondescript white gentleman, blonde gentleman,
Yeah.
features match that of the man I met just
Yep.
yesterday. Good, great.
Earl Sand.
Not
Oh
not
boy.
aged at all, right?
Not aged.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh boy. Success.
Okay. 0. We're slowly hanging on to life.
Is there a lot of coincidence here, Dixon?
Yeah, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this at all. It's like subliminal shit or something. But Agent Kinney lives in that middle of nowhere town. Like that's not a coincidence, right?
No, that's they're tied together if they live in the same town. There are no such thing as coincidences after today.
Yeah. Uh yeah, I'll respond back to Carter with the information we have about where we're going, uh the weird the Harry Lyman of it all, the clown of it all. Um he won't couch it as something magical's going on, obviously, but there's definitely a like, yeah, they we didn't watch them leave or something. Maybe he'll omit that they just disappeared.
Okay. So you're trying to seem sane in your
Yeah,
report.
yeah, mostly.
I think that is definitely a sanity check.
No. So watching the ad, no problem. Writing an email, terrible.
Right. I think it's just you just rethinking everything
Yep,
and trying
yep.
to piece it together in a way that makes sense, and all it does is just make your head hurt. Ugh.
I need a cigarette. He's got one in his mouth already.
You got the Zin in with the cigarette
Yeah.
Cigarettes in.
and the nicotine patch on top.
Need
Great.
everything I can get. I don't
Love
know,
it.
Baxter. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking this is a one elaborate hoodwink going on here.
I think you're right. I think we're being played for fools. Swear if this is Quill's bullshit all over again, I'm gonna be so pissed. Some elaborate mind game to fuck with us too. All right. let's get ourselves a flight to Ohio, I guess.
Okay. Do you sleep this time, or you're afraid?
I think I'm afraid
Okay,
that
excellent.
last sanity is he's gonna power through on coffee
Yeah,
or
so you're
misery.
you're trying to stay awake, and you're like, oh my god, life is kind of becoming nightmarish. What is beyond the veil? What are beyond those black curtains?
I could see them up in like the front class or first class of the plane.
Do you really want to know?
Opens up the How to Survive a Plane Crash pamphlet. Like,
Nice. All right. So your flight lands in Cincinnati, Ohio, and this is another one of those middle of nowhere towns that you'll
Freeburg,
have to
not
drive
Cincinnati.
through with not Cincinnati. You'll have to drive there and navigate via map.
All right. And it's since it's modern day, the people at the rental store look at us like we're crazy when we say we want a map for this.
Yes. And you're given an old map of the Freiburg area, and if you'd like, you can start driving.
I'll take the keys and start driving.
Hell yeah. You have not yet slept.
He's downed shit tons of monster
Ugh.
energy. This
Oh
is
yeah,
perfect.
I
Life's good.
the Java Monster Energy is great. It's kept me up
Wonderful.
for, like most of my
Uh,
accreditations.
yeah, the joys of youth. It's all gonna come crashing down, my friend.
Okay. So as you're driving you see the Ohio landscape, which is it's just fields upon fields and rolling hills and just nothing. And in the distance, there is in the middle of nowhere. As you get closer to Freiburg, you get this. You see this yellow suburban house in the distance. Who's driving?
I'll be driving. I got some more caffeine in hand. A little shaky,
Okay.
a little dodgy, but
All right. And maybe you're consulting the map. You look down. Maybe you're checking TikTok while driving. Uh, Dixon, you're looking at the map as well. And then
Yeah, yeah.
when you both look back up, this yellow house is right in front of you. Maybe like
Fuck.
10 feet away. So I'd like a drive roll right now.
all right. I'm gonna put 40 in the drive.
Okay.
Gonna put a 60 in? You gonna splurge a little?
Get the low
Ooh.
rolls out of the way.
I'll spend some luck because I got a 41 out of
Oh,
40.
that's not
All
bad. Yeah,
right.
that's great.
So you basically floor the brakes, and it goes horrible screeching because you almost just smash into the white picket fence of this yellow house. Make a sand roll. This house was not there a minute ago. It was far off in the horizon.
Success.
Okay, one on a failure. That's it. You must have dozed off. You must have.
Yeah. I've like with that screech, I definitely like dinged my head into the visor. Ah, what the hell? What the hell, Sloan?
Hey, look. He kind of nods. I mean, look, the house came out of nowhere.
What are you talking? Like you you're telling me this road just turned into a house?
I weirder things have happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're in the driveway of this house, and you look at the address, and it matches.
222.
No, it matches Kenny's address.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm checking my revolver before we head in there.
Yeah,
A
same.
little clean. A little clean.
Yeah, make sure it's not the gag gun.
God.
Yeah, I think I'll join you on that. I think you're right on the money there, Sloan. Of the gun is out at this point.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab my flashlight or mag light and be like, I don't know what we're getting into in there. Nothing exactly makes sense. Be prepared.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So with gun drawn and flashlight out, uh bang on the door. Like, hey, anyone home?
You hear no response. The lights are darkened inside.
Benny, we know you're in there. Come on out.
Once again, no response. Just answered by silence.
Try the
Baxter's
front.
foot's going
Yeah.
through the door.
Oh, he's reaching for the handle and back.
All right, the door slams open.
Property damage be damned.
Yeah.
Uh, you go inside, and there is the fan that's spinning in this living room. It's completely dark, and the curtains are closed. It's hard to see. There's a hallway that's going deeper into the kitchen dining room area.
Uh, hitting the light switch.
Yep, it goes on. There's a couple beer bottles lying on the coffee table.
Just take a moment to like hear if we're hearing any creaking.
Give me a listen roll.
So what's baseless in these days? I'll add another 20 on that. Not a good listener. Nope. Terrible listener.
That's 20 as well.
Oh, okay. What is your reaction
Success.
when? Oh, okay. So deep within the house, you hear footsteps along the ground, right? Around the creaking floorboards, and then you hear a of a shotgun being racked.
Uh, the sound of my revolver going off in the direction of that through the house.
Okay, great. So you start firing into the house. It's blinding. I would say the window of the living room that you're in, it gets blown apart with a deafening shotgun blast. And you hear just get off my property.
Benny!
Smith! Yes. Kenny, it's us, you dumb son of a bitch. It's the FBI.
The
As he's like
FBI.
gone around the corner.
Oh, why
Your
didn't you
pro-
say so?
Is that a good kind of idea?
You don't know.
It's about your partner. He's dead.
Fuck. Barry. Barry's dead.
Yeah.
You see the shotgun slide across the floor. And he comes out with his hands up. He's like a very overweight man with the wife beater
Mhm,
on,
mhm.
beer stain, unkempt beard. Jesus. Sorry for the introductions. Let's start over. He says.
Reload my gun and put it away.
I reload my. Well, no, I never shot. I don't put it away.
You want some beer, gents?
Fuck, I do. No,
Yeah.
Okay.
Baxter, come on, my man.
I want more than just a beer, but I'll take a beer.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you come and sit down? And he offers some beer. All right. I don't you like card tricks? I don't care for them myself, but some people do enjoy such things. Magic, illusions, creeps in tuxedos, all that nonsense. And he starts to shuffle some cards.
gonna have to ask you not to do that, Kenny. It does relate to the murder of your partner, which you are not in the clear of exactly.
Shit.
Barry's dead, and it looks like a mannequin killed him.
And he kind of looks at you with this 1,000-yard stare, and he fans the deck out in front of him. And just watches, just looks at you.
Really, no reaction. No
I pull.
reaction, buddy.
I put my gun on the table again. It's like, all right, I guess this is how we're doing it today. I'll pick a card, and I'll tap one of the cards on the table with the butt of my gun.
All right, and he says, "Flip it over."
Say, flip it over and look
Eight
at
of,
it.
it's the 8 of spades.
All right,
Put it back.
slide it back in.
And he picks up the cards again and employs a theatrical one-handed shuffle like a seasoned card sharp. You pick these things up along the way, he says. And then he
Well,
shuffles it and just places it down on the table. It does not move. No cards have left his hand. And he turns towards you. You've got your gun trained on him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You both have guns trained on him? All right.
mine's probably not aimed at him at the moment, to be
Okay.
fair, but I like that Sloan says. I condone this.
Okay. He just turns towards you, Agent Dixon, and he says, "It's in your partner's left hand." And sure enough, Sloan,
Yeah, he's like Dixon's not breaking eye contact with him because he knows this kind of bullshit. Like, look over there. Nuh-uh.
you
I'll
feel the card in your left hand.
I'll pull it out of my left hand.
Yeah. 8 of
What?
spades. What do you say to that?
All right, you son of a bitch! How the hell did you do that?
You know, you would have thought that I must have planted it there, and I assure you that I did not. You know, this illustrates a very basic precept of human psychology that when faced with an illogical situation, the mind searches for the most logical explanation, which is where we so often go wrong. He's going to slowly take a folded out piece of paper from his pocket. And he's going to pass it to you, Agent Dixon. And he says to you, "This came through my mail slot a few hours ago."
And he does like the bit where you can keep your eye on somebody if you're like, uh-huh,
And
uh-huh.
it says, he is holding the 8 of spades in his left hand.
So you got told to do a card trick is your excuse? You get told to do other things like kill your partner?
No, that was just the magic trick. I didn't have any involvement in Barry's death.
That's funny because you live in the town where it seems like his murderer came from. That's a big coincidence, if you ask me. What'd you hear on
Sure.
the phone there, Guinea? What'd you ask for?
And he kind of sets down everything, leans back in his chair, and he says, "I'm still on the case. I'm trying to figure things out, just like you. But I think it's for the best that you drop it. This is nonsense. None of this is worth your time. You don't want to be here in Freeburg, Ohio." So why don't you go home, go back to Langley, live happily ever after.
Kenny, that kind of talk is the kind of talk that lands you on a plane coming back to Langley with us. It's mighty suspicious.
What are you afraid we're going to find here, Mr. Smith?
There's some things that just can't be understood. I'm trying to tell you. You know, when those archetypal stories, when you get a warning that a storm's coming, well, and to get out, well, this is a big fucking storm.
Look, Smith, your house jumped out at us. I'm not sure we could leave even if we wanted to.
I can't explain that. Illogical, remember, not impossible.
I don't think we get to leave here regardless of whether or not we want to, so I guess we're sticking with it.
Well, I can't stop you, but I don't want anything to do with it. Takes a swig of beer.
And when you say you're still on the case, Mr. Smith, what exactly do you mean by that?
Just been looking into this town. This crappy town of Freeburg. Tracing who was behind those psychic hotline murders. You know, you got a handful of people. Everyone from the young to the elderly. They fell victim to that TV ad.
Ever
All
heard what
ended
it
up like
actually
this. And he like opens his eyelid up and it's just nothing.
Like, like Barry? I look over at Dixon.
sounds like it? Heart attacks, right?
Yes, that's what was in the case report.
Huh.
Look, if you know what's good for you, just go back home. But I
What's it
can't
two?
stop you.
What's at 222 Main Street? If you've been doing the research,
It's an old Mason Hall. Derelict. Nothing there.
Right now.
I mean, if you want to go to Freeburg, it's a pissant town with a diner and motel, as well as a fix-it-up shop. Actually, I will say that at 222, that's where the fix-up shop is. There is also a Freemason Hall.
and is a fix it up like? Are we talking mechanic or are we
Yeah,
talking
like a
more?
repair
Yeah,
shop.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think someone named Fred owns it. Fred something.
Kind of looking over to Baxter. I think Dixon isn't convinced this guy didn't do it, but he's also doesn't seem like he has the motivation to do it.
Fair.
Like maybe not. He might have the personal motivation, but I'm not sure he has the gumption to. If that makes sense.
Seems almost apathetic towards everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
I still kind of want to shoot him regardless. He did a magic trick in front of me, and I've been a bit jumpy about those.
I feel you. I feel you, kid, but how when we came in, is this space kind of like the middle of nowhere outside of
Yes.
town? Nah. Here I have a technique I'll show you. And he's just gonna go out because like uh Kenny's got like a car, he assumes, right?
Yeah, I would say he's
Doesn't
got a
see
beat
like a
up sedan.
bicycle. Yeah, he's just gonna puncture all 4 tires. Like a punk, 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 punk. There. Don't go anywhere.
Wouldn't dream of it. He just watches you do that. He doesn't care.
All right.
And if you're gonna leave, right, to Freeburg,
Think so.
not
Uh,
heeding the warning, he's just gonna stand at his doorway that's open as you drive away. And I think that's the perfect time for a bio break. We're back. Let's cut to Freeburg Main Street. This town would basically a tumbleweed would basically embodies this town.
mhm.
It's got nothing, no one. There is a diner that says "Eat here." There is a motel. Um, it's called the Oasis Motel, and there is a fix it and supply shop at 222 Main Street, Freeburg. These are the only 3 active businesses on this main street. Everything else burned out, derelict buildings.
Yep.
You don't see a soul in sight.
Uh,
No dogs out, no people walking.
Yeah. What time of day we working with right now?
Let's say it's 3:30.
Want to pop into Oasis, see if they've got a room, make sure there's actually people that exist here.
You know, I like that train of thought. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, great. So you head into the Oasis, and it's like one of those brown motel,
Mhm.
like it's got the aesthetic where it's like brown carpet, wood paneling on the walls. Well, let's talk about what you see. There is a bell, and there's no one at the counter currently. So what are you all doing?
Walk up to the counter and ding the bell.
And from behind you, there appears to be 2 people emerging out of the shadows. They look like tourists. They dressed in Hawaiian shirts and shorts. It looks like a couple, a pair. Um, their voices are very distinctly British, and they say, "We're tourists, you see. You 2 look like lovely brothers. Can we take a picture?"
How dare you say that about my partner? No.
"Oh, we're
May not take
sorry.
it.
We're tourists, you see. Can we take a picture?"
No.
No,
"Okay, but we're tourists, we see, so we'd love to take a picture."
I ding the bell again.
There is a flash, a blinding flash. You just look startled like this. And when you look back, you just see a silhouette just shuffling away out the door. And there is a distinguished gentleman in a old bellhop uniform. He says, "Ah, yes, welcome to the Oasis. How can I help you?"
Like a room for a night.
2 rooms.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. I'll sign you up for 2 rooms. Just sign here, here, and here.
I read everything that's on the paper.
Checks out.
All right, I'll sign down for it and hand him some cash.
Oh, certainly. I'll get your keys. And the manager, he disappears through a curtain into the back room. And he hands you a room key each. If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'm always at the disposal of my guests.
Hey, who runs the 222? Who runs the fix it shop?
That would be Fred at the Fix It shop.
How about the diner?
A diner? Well, that'd be Sam.
They the only employees in this town? Seems pretty small of a town for a motel.
I'm not one to judge,
Not a judgment,
but
more of
yes,
a
they
business
are.
question.
They are some of the only hardworking employees of this town. Well, Freeburg certainly is more lively.
I really hope it's not.
Great. What's your name, buddy?
My name? Well, you can call me Larry.
the the distinguished bellhop man,
Yes.
Larry.
Yes, he's wearing a drab suit, drab tie. He speaks like he is an undertaker.
Thanks, Larry.
You're quite welcome. And he heads back into the back room.
As he disappears behind the curtain, I look over at Dixon. Next time that happens, I'm shooting the person that jumps us like that.
Yeah, I don't like this. Let's get this over with and get out of town.
For my own curiosity and probably lack or reduction of sanity, Sloane's going to use his gun and peer behind the curtain and look to see whether or not Larry is still there.
He's still there. He turns around like this. Says, "Do you need something?"
No, I'm good. Thank you, Larry.
You're welcome. And he turns back towards the wall he was staring at.
Over at Dixon.
Yeah,
I'm gonna burn this town down when we're done.
okay. I'm with you. Let's just figure this shit out and then,
Get the fuck
yeah,
out.
there is something wrong with the people here.
All right, the fix-it shop. I don't want to waste
Yep.
any time.
Yep, let's go talk with Fred. We'll just
Okay.
pocket the room keys for now.
Yeah. Some of you are getting kind of hungry. But yeah, you do see a. It's around 4 o'clock right now, and you head over to the Fix It shop. Fix It in Supply. The sign says closed. It does say be back at, and then there's a little clock, right? A analog clock that says the hands have been manipulated to show 4 p.m. Beyond that, on the window is a flyer in vibrant orange paper. It says spectacular display of illusion and ventriloquism. 3 o'clock tomorrow at the Masonic Hall. And in the background is the grinning visage of a clown.
It says tomorrow. Does it show tomorrow's date, or is this for years ago?
It says tomorrow, 3 o'clock.
Still in the town, I guess.
I hate this. I hate this.
Yeah,
I
hate this. I mean, I'm just gonna try the door at this point if Fred ain't back yet.
No, he's not back. And well, maybe some of you are hungry. There is the diner. There is the eat here diner.
I'm not sure. Like looking at Sloan, it's kind of like, I mean,
Look, I promise not to be super jumpy until we've made our decisions as I crack open another monster. I do need food, though.
he's like been smoking. I ain't that fucking hungry. He's just gonna like bash in the window to
Okay, you're gonna bash in the window.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you kind of put a cloth over, right? So you don't just
Yeah,
lacerate
exactly.
yourself. It's not your first
Like,
time. You hear a startled, huh? What's going on?
How about you don't move and just stay chill, Fred?
Okay.
And yeah, he's like, oh, unlocking the door, the thing, so that they can get it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna just walk into this supply shop and see if I can find this startled individual.
Yeah, there's a guy in the a side room. He's currently covered in black grease and he's working on a bike. He's in a one piece like janitorial jumpsuit. Salt and pepper hair. He looks towards you and
You, Fred?
yeah, I'm Fred. And he turns around. You see the name tag
Yeah. How
that's
about
been
you?
stitched into his jumpsuit.
Yeah, how about you drop the wrench? Let's have a little talk. And he's act like
Who are
he's got
you?
his gun handy
We're
at
supposed
this
to be
point.
closed. Uh,
You
okay.
look you look pretty open to me, Fred.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay,
my
I
buddy,
guess I am.
my buddy here has a receipt that says you aided and abetted a murder, and I just want to
What are you
see what the
talking
hell you
about?
know about this.
Oh, Fred, there's some serious charges against you right now. It'd be best if you complied with my buddy here, Dixon.
Um, okay. Look, I ain't done anything. I ain't done nothing illegal. I don't belong to any militia. Look, at least that I know of.
You
I'm
ever
just
bought a
trying to run a
mannequin, Fred?
business here.
You ever bought a mannequin, Fred?
No, I haven't bought a mannequin.
You ever buy a fake gun?
No.
And why the fuck does
What's
this
this
receipt
about?
come to talk to you to if we really want to know?
I couldn't tell you. And you show him the receipt.
Oh yeah, pull
That's
that
not
out.
even my handwriting, he says.
Yeah? Why would
Um,
someone send us to you, Fred?
I don't know.
see your
What
handwriting,
is
Fred.
that? Illusions of magic? I'm not even interested in magic.
It's the best answer I've heard all day.
Sure, you need my handwriting, and he gestures over to a logbook.
Compare the two.
They don't match.
All right, Fred.
Um,
Checks out.
Meanwhile, there is a knock on the door next to the broken window. Mr.
Fred's
Fred,
closed.
I got an order for Fred here. And Fred's like, oh, excuse me, I do have a customer.
Here, we'll go out together.
Yeah.
Okay, do you still have your cutout?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm
So,
feeling real jumpy in this town.
yeah, there's a freckled faced teenager who comes out of a white van, like the sliding door of a white van. Fred waves him over and he just gives him a package.
What you got, Fred?
Parts. I just fix them up for people.
Why don't you pop open that box real quick and let's take a look.
Look, okay. He opens up the box, and what you see here are just like mechanical parts, but they don't
Mhm.
look like they belong to anything. It's some kind of alien gizmo. You couldn't even tell what it would even do. It's just parts, you see?
Just parts. Usually that implies that the parts are not put together.
Look, I don't typically know what the whole thing looks like, and to tell you the truth, I don't much care. I just get the parts working and let the rest sort itself out.
Where do you send these to, Fred?
People pick them, drop them off, and pick them up. Look, I don't know if someone's been
Yeah.
pulling your leg if
Yeah.
they sent you here.
Yeah, he's kind of like gestures towards the freckle-faced kid that's probably like walking out at this point. Like,
Yeah.
him? Does he pick him up?
Yeah, he picks him up. He drops him off too.
Sloan, do you want to deal with him or should I?
Hey, kid,
Yeah. What's up, Mister?
hold on a second. What exactly are those parts that you got there in that box for?
Oh, these parts. They're for the big event tomorrow.
The big event tomorrow. Now, which event would that be?
Oh, you know the ones with all the flyers.
The magic show?
Yeah, the magic
Ventriloquist?
show. Look, man, I just run errands.
For who?
Oh, the big show boss, the showman.
What's his name?
I don't know. I'm not paid enough to know that.
Or where you dropping these off, kid?
When am I dropping off? Well, by the show tomorrow.
Where are you dropping them off?
The Masonic Temple,
Is there somebody over there right now, or are you dropping this off right before the show?
right before the show.
All right. Why don't I save you some free time? I'll drop these off for you.
I don't think so. I'm paid on delivery.
I'll pull out my wallet, hand him some cash, and grab the box.
Okay. Well, thanks, Mister. And he says, "I'll. My job's done. I'm gonna leave."
Problem, kid. Get out of here.
Yeah, and he slides open that door, the white van, and gets in, closes it. It bounces around a little, and it drives off.
Head over
Look,
back to Dixon.
uh, Fred, he says, "Now, gentlemen, I'd like to, I'd like you to leave so I can do my work. You know, you're welcome to join me at the diner for dinner after my shift. But
Fred, I can think of few things I want to do less. And you know what? I don't trust you further than I can throw you. So, and he just like takes the thing that like
oh,
they brought Fred,
oh,
just puts it under an arm. Don't fucking leave town.
oh, okay.
Come on, Sloan.
Let's go.
I swear, if this is some kind of dirty bomb, I'm gonna be real pissed.
Honestly, be a better ending for us.
You ever seen 24?
Where are we going?
Yeah. What'd you find?
As I open up the box and show him parts.
God
What? No fucking idea. Kid's supposed to drop him off for the show tomorrow. These ain't making it to the show tomorrow. As I, as we leave the store, going out onto the curb, I'm gonna try to kick them and bash them in with my shoe. And if I can't, I'll start shooting it.
No,
Yeah.
you basically destroy these parts. Pretty good.
I'll hand
They're
you the
made
one
of
I grabbed.
brass and copper, and they're
There you
just
go.
gone.
I'll smash the next set.
All right, you keep smashing them.
This kind of cult bullshit. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I really don't feel like grabbing dinner because I know I just don't trust anybody in this town. The tourists were acting weird. I mean, Fred was
We're tourists,
normal-ish,
you see.
but Fred should like he wasn't as worried about a gun as he probably should have been, right?
Yeah, he seemed a little
And
unconcerned.
that kid definitely said that we had our guns out. I assume
Yes.
he also
So
didn't
you're
seem.
feeling a little unsettled, right? Why
I'd
don't
say
you give
so,
me a
yeah.
sanity?
One.
0/1.
I'm doing okay. In that case, yeah. Cult, there's something weird going on. They must see guns all the time. Magician bullshit. Who knows?
Failure. Doesn't make sense to me, man.
Okay.
Get yourself together,
What?
Sloan.
The slow descent into madness.
Just another Zin. Just another monster. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Fine. Let's
Well,
get
now
dinner.
what? You haven't eaten all day. It's about 5 p.m.
Let's get dinner. We can find you another monster, or at least a coffee.
Ugh.
Yeah, let's go to the diner then. I'm in
Nondescript
particular
diner.
looking for anything that is basically not messed with, like bags of chips, Twinkies, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so you're going to the diner that just says "Eat here" on the neon.
Funnily enough,
Or else.
I drove past the place that had that today. So yeah, sure.
This is great. Okay, so the counter girl, she notices you step in. She says, "Good evening, folks." She's tall, blonde, very attractive. However, there's just something not quite there. It's like she's wearing way too much makeup, and that gives her face a waxy appearance. Would you like to try the meatloaf tonight?
No.
No.
How about you just give us some coffee and anything that comes pre-wrapped, huh?
Sure thing, hon. She walks away, and you sit down at a stall at a booth.
Yeah, like facing the door.
Yeah.
So, there's something either really wrong with this town or they're all a bunch of inbred fucks.
It can be both, but yeah, I agree. I mean, a bad makeup job is one thing, but I don't know.
There's something missing in all of them that we talked to today.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
Actually,
would say at this point, you've been drinking Monster all day. You're thinking you're feeling the call of nature.
yeah, honestly, drinking a bunch of diuretics.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Before the coffee comes, I gotta go make room for it.
And that leaves you two separated,
Watch your
each
back.
alone. So you push open the bathroom door, walking into the back of the diner, Agent Sloan. It's lots of white tile, two stalls, both with closed doors, one urinal. And when you look at the urinal, it's cracked and broken, absolutely unusable. You do see a pair of shoes from the first stall.
And the second stall,
Empty.
what do those shoes look like?
Oh, they're dress shoes.
I'll move into the second year stall.
Shiny black dress shoes. All right, what do you
Oh, first I unzip before I urinate, but you know.
do?
Bold choice.
Okay. And then you start gagging because there's just this awful smell.
I'll cover my nose and finish, and then I'll head over to the sink and just cough up what I can.
Yeah, it smells pretty bad. It smells like the inside of an animal, and it's coming from stall one.
Okay,
Oh.
that's good. Gonna say otherwise Slow needs to get checked out.
I'm
Well,
heading over
how's
to
your reaction?
my reaction to the smell.
Yes.
Oh,
You're
it's
like,
gagging,
Jesus
coughing.
Christ.
I honestly, at this point, it's gonna be,
Another stench wave hits you.
buddy. What the fuck did you eat?
And you're looking towards that door, right?
Yeah.
You see the two dress shoes. Shiny in the fluorescent light of the bathroom, right? They're flush against the floor. And then they just start to float up.
Okay, I'm kicking that door in with my
You
feet.
can give me a Santa roll.
Yeah. Okay. That is. Oh, no. Success.
Okay, that's weird, but 0.
Kick the door in now.
You kick the door in, and it's an empty stall.
I think that's another sanity.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, that's a failure.
All right, well, that's gonna be a D4.
Oh yeah. 3.
And you're alone in this bathroom. You can't hear anything on the outside of this bathroom. But you don't feel alone.
I turn around.
Are people watching you? You don't know. You're certainly getting the feeling.
Could just be all the caffeine I've been drinking today.
So you quickly do your business and just like get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh let's move in and zoom in on Agent Dixon. You're kind of fiddling with your thumbs. Are you doing anything in particular? Your coffee's served by the counter girl who looks a little too waxy.
Yeah. He's gonna like kind of push Sloane's over to his side, but he's gonna wait for Sloane to take the first sip. Uh hey, where's the you got another food coming, or let me guess, you're a waitress.
Yes. Care for the meatloaf tonight?
Absolutely fucking not.
Okay.
Do you have anything else other than the meatloaf man?
No, we do have the pre-packaged sandwiches.
You, fine. Give me the prepackaged sandwich.
Ham and cheese sandwich coming right up. And she walks away. And she almost glides back and hands you a wrapped in so much saran wrap, a ham and cheese sandwich.
Yeah, and he'll do like the wait till she walks away, and he'll unwrap it and start to separate out the individual parts
Yeah.
and like smell
The
each one.
components are quite waxy under your touch.
Yep. Which isn't really weird actually, having
Mm-hmm.
eaten at these places. But
And
yeah,
you
he's like,
see, you're
yep,
smelling these condiments, right? And
yep,
that's when
yep.
Sloane stumbles out of the bathroom. He looks mortified.
Oh, my gun is drawn, by the way.
That bad.
I thought I smelled death in there. Kind of wish it was. Gentleman disappeared in one of the stalls, floated up into nothing right in front of me.
Yeah, you saw the shoes just lift up and then go behind the
I'm
the
just waving
door
the
of the
gun
stall.
around like I don't care at this point.
We're all
Yeah.
we're all seeing shit. Sit down. I'll give you half a sandwich.
All right. I'll go grab coffee and slug that back.
Oh, it's so watery.
Oh,
There's no caffeine in this.
Lord. All right. We got to decide what the hell we're going to do. Because I don't want to sleep here overnight. The guy says it wakes up at night, and I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I'm concerned for our safety here.
Yeah. So what
So,
if after this we go to the Masonic Lodge and
Beanie,
yeah, yeah,
it's fair.
eating this pathetic like half a sandwich
Pathetic.
kind that just like limply falls apart.
Yeah, it's most certainly one of the most saddest sandwiches you've ever had in your life.
It's just calories, man. It's just calories.
Calories in, calories out.
All right. Let's finish up here, slap a 20 down, and then yeah, let's just walk to I mean, I assume we can just walk everywhere
Yeah,
in
this
town,
is the
yeah.
main street, the busiest street in Freeburg.
So basically we exit the door, cross the street,
Yeah, there is no
kick open the
counter
front
girl.
door.
It's just a completely empty diner.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, you go over to the Masonic Lodge. There's no way that this is ready for an event
Yeah.
because it's derelict. There's a bunch of chairs broken, smashed corners, there's piles of rubble, bricks, walls have been torn down. But apparently, this event's going to happen at 3.
I mean, if we could get inside the building, it sounds like it's pretty ripped apart. I mean,
Yes.
let's start doing the look over, see if there's a basement, any, you know, closets, anything.
Yeah,
We
I
can
would say so.
find this.
Yeah, there's a basement, and it's filled with mannequins,
Great.
just like in storage. You open the door, and there's like a legion of mannequins in one of these basement storage rooms.
Like the jump. Ah, God. Ah.
gun's gonna go off on one of the mannequins when that door gets opened.
All right, you're just shooting mannequins. Nice.
Yeah.
All
Just,
right.
the first one I see, I shoot. When I start seeing the rest, I'm like, where's the fucking ammo?
Yeah.
So you just start blasting. You burst the head open. It falls over. They all look. They don't move, but they, they're
Okay.
looking at you.
Yeah. If we go down, like, Dixon will go down the steps to where, like, the head
Mhm.
exploded and just kind of push his foot through the fractured bits of the skull to see if there's anything in there.
No,
These ones
you're
are
in a
hollow.
dusty ass room. Yeah, filled with mannequins, surrounded by such pallid forms.
There could be no show tomorrow if this place went ablaze.
Yeah. I want to know how he did it, though. You know?
Yeah.
Let's take apart these mannequins.
You
he's
can
just
spend the
gonna,
next
yeah,
couple of
he's going
hours.
through the next bit, just like breaking their heads open.
Yeah, we'll have a
Montage of
See if,
montage.
destruction.
yeah, yeah,
We can definitely have a montage. That's wonderful.
like a piece of wood just smashing mannequin face after mannequin face.
Hand in hand at some point, me and
Yeah.
Dixon both have a mannequin. We're just tug of warring it apart.
Ripping that shit apart. Nice. Love it. Yeah, you can definitely do that. So you spend the entire night beating the shit out of mannequins.
This is
Uh,
what sane people do, yes.
so yeah, I do think that it is gonna tax you some more sanity because this is not
Yeah.
sane as you're losing it.
Yep. I would say that's correct. I am losing it.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
know. Failed too.
Oh, just 0/1. It's fun.
Oh, I'm fine. So, Dawn's like breaking. We both have our jackets off, like hanging on the body of a mannequin.
Oh, I
Sweat
would say
stains everywhere.
it is not quite dawn yet. It's around midnight
Okay. Jeez.
because you've been there for like
Yeah.
you got out of the diner around 5.
Yeah. The last one breaks. It's like kicking through the dust again. It's like nothing. Not a single one of them had something in it.
Felt good
No,
though.
felt good. Yeah.
It did feel good. Yeah. Yeah. He'll go over and just grab his jacket and like throw it over his thing. Uh, was the diner 24 hours?
Yeah, we could say that.
Yeah.
Eat here.
I kind of want to get at least a drink after that, like some more of that coffee.
Uh,
Actually, I don't know
yeah.
if the diner would be open. The motel would be open, and they'd have coffee.
Fine. Yeah. All right. Nothing here. Do we want to? We gotta catch the guy though. That's otherwise I'd be with you, Sloan, of just burn it down.
We can't come back with nothing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Carter's gonna be pissed if we're just like, well, we went to the middle of nowhere, talked to some people, then burned the thing down and left. Yeah.
My
I'd probably
desires and reality are two different things.
yeah.
You're just losing it.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. I'll grab a mannequin arm just to bring with us as be like, well, at least we can prove we found some mannequins.
Nice. Okay.
Sorry.
So you swiftly make your way back to the motel where you can certainly get coffee.
Yeah.
Are you
Is the
going to retire
town
for the night?
yeah, is the town livelier? Like they
There's
said it
certainly
was
more silhouettes in the darkness walking around.
but they never like resolve into anybody.
No, because they're
Mm,
at your always at your periphery.
yeah. What do you think?
Grab some coffee and see if there's anything else going on at night, and then maybe if we can't find anything, I guess we have to retire for tomorrow's show.
It sounds good. Let's camp out of the
Have you
room.
checked out your rooms yet?
No.
Yeah, let's go check out the rooms.
Okay. They're simple, plain brown paneled rooms. There's running water, which is good. The walls are quite thin, and there's these old rotary phones that look black and exactly like the ones
Mm-hmm.
from your case. And there's old TVs, black and white TVs.
That look real familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah. Does anyone turn on a TV?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
like that.
Old black and white cartoon. And then you flip it, and there's static with a hint of a human image behind said static.
Try tuning the TV.
Click. Okay. Another old cartoon. And you tune it, right?
Yep.
There is an ad. That old psychic hotline ad. What lottery numbers will make you rich? How can you make that special someone notice you? And so on. But this time there's a number.
I'll write it down.
Okay. When will you die? The mystery line has all the answers to your questions.
Once the commercial ends, I'm gonna hit the power button and then walk straight over to Dixon's room and bang on the door.
It'll open pretty quick because Dixon was like looking out the window at these silhouettes on the street. Just
Yeah, they're
like,
getting more and more numerous.
yeah, yeah,
Hey, Dixon,
uh huh,
those psychic murder hotlines.
yep.
You never got a number, right?
No
I'll hold up a scribbled napkin. I just saw the advert.
shit.
I'm gonna call it.
Now it's your life, man. Just remember, everybody that calls that we know of has died, except for Kenny. So maybe just go for it.
I mean, Kenny's lost his mind, but honestly, I don't think that's fate worse than what we're currently dealing with.
We are close on his heels.
We're gonna head over to the black rotary phone and start dialing it in.
Okay.
Yeah,
Click,
Dixon will just be like
click,
looking out the window as in
click.
the background.
And you're expecting this line to be dead. You're expecting nothing. But It rings. It rings regardless of your expectations.
Is that
One.
phone plugged in?
It looks plugged in. One ring. Not too late. Two rings. Are you sure? Do you really want to know? Do you really want to know?
No,
Do you really want to know?
no, no.
Last chance.
Wait for the third and final ring.
And you ring and it picks up. Welcome to the mystery line. What question would you like answered?
How and who killed Barry Johnson?
You'll find that answer at 3 o'clock at the spectacular display of illusion and ventriloquism hosted at the Freemasons building. And you're looking at the clock right now, and it is 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. in the morning. Did they mean 3 a.m.? And as you're looking outside, Agent Dixon, that crowd, it's almost like there's a festival going on. The streets
Yeah,
are
just
alive.
yeah, and always just like right outside the light, right?
Yeah,
Like, yeah, and he just hears
and there's a click.
Baxter on the phone talking, but he
Yeah.
only hears that side. Yeah.
I think we have to go to the Masonic Hall
Yeah.
right now.
It's approaching 3.
Has the line clicked off?
Yes.
Put the phone down on the receiver, and I go get my stuff. We're heading out now.
All right. All right. All right. Yep. Uh-huh.
You're gonna find out who killed Barry.
And Dixon like puts out his cigarette in the ashtray and like pops the carton open and it's empty.
He's out. No. Don't worry, we got Zins now.
Yeah. Give me some of those in.
I'll toss over a container.
So maybe you give each other like an audioless look that says it all. What you two have you've reached understanding. What are you both doing?
Oh, we're stopping by the car first. I'm gonna go into the back of it, grab a dirty rag, and siphon a bit of gasoline into an empty
Oh.
monster can.
Great. I love that.
The monster Molotov.
Yeah. And
Wait, how does that
Dixon's
work if the glass doesn't?
yeah, just
Don't worry about it.
we'll shoot it. Yeah, like Dixon's just of the mindset of like we're gonna the magician must be the guy, like whoever it is that they're saying is there must have been the guy that did it. We're he's just gonna shoot him and drag him out of there. Like
The
that's
puppet
his train of
master,
thought. Yeah, exactly.
the ventriloquist,
Yeah.
whomever.
Okay, great. So you step out into the cool night air in Freeburg, Ohio. It's as lively as it's ever been. You can see in the crowd any combination of mimes, clowns, gestures, jesters, magicians.
Too many. The mimes are where I draw the line.
Yeah, they've filled the streets, and they're all like slowly funneling their way into the Masonic Hall off in the distance.
I'll be honest, Sloan, this is the craziest cold I've ever fucking seen.
I wasn't expecting a clown cult
Yeah. Yeah.
or magician's cult or whatever. Honestly, it's all the same to me at this point.
Yeah. Explains the makeup, I guess.
Still doesn't explain that waxy look on some of these people.
Uh-uh. I don't like this shit at all. He sees the can. All right. Let's
At this point,
get
right,
our man.
you hear a familiar voice. It's you hear Larry's voice. Sorry, not Larry. Kenny's voice. Told you not to come here.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
As I whip around to him.
And let my curiosity kill me. He says.
How'd you get here?
I walked thanks to you.
there's a smile on Dixon's face.
He's kind of out of breath. He's like, look,
It's good for you.
they control the world. We're just puppets on strings. To go up against them is suicide.
Yeah. That's what every cult leader tells you.
No, you've heard about groups like the Illuminati, the Freemasons. They're all real. This is it.
Oh.
They pulled the strings. They feed us whatever we hear. We just drink it up.
Kenny, you're telling me the Illuminati look like mimes and clowns?
I don't know. Yeah.
Get a hold of yourself.
If they do, Kenny, I'm more than happy losing and dealing with whatever comes because of that. Because that's insane.
We're against impossible odds, but yeah, every religion, every society has had names for them. In the Bible, they're demons who tell us that their name is Legion, but I don't believe in the Bible myself. But they try to keep everyone at each other's throats.
Kenny, I'm gonna need you to take a step back and calm down. Are you armed right now?
I'm not armed. He's armed.
Yeah, it's like
You don't leave home with a shotgun when you
like-
have a shotgun.
yeah. Well, at least you're not completely gone.
Look, we're the only ones who can counter them. We're the ones who know the truth.
Uh-huh. So Kenny, what we're gonna do
But also, we're also the ones in the most danger. They save their favorite tricks for us. And there's pure madness in his eyes.
Mhm.
He says,
Okay, Kenny. Tell you what is gonna happen. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna see who's running the show. I'm gonna put a bullet in a couple of legs. And we're gonna drag somebody out. Will you cover our back while we do that at least?
yeah, I can do that.
Okay. We're trusting you. Do this for Johnson or whatever his name was.
Yes, it's for Johnson, who is my partner. That's what partners do. This is the end of the line for me. There's nowhere else for me to go.
Anywhere but Ohio?
But I don't think it's too late for you. You could leave from Cincinnati tonight.
We're going to.
With a body,
Yeah.
dead or alive.
All right. Lead the way.
We walk across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk down the main street. You just get caught up in this absolute throng of people, of mimes, jesters, jokers,
Mhm.
stilt
Yeah.
walkers.
Dixon's like throwing elbows if somebody gets too close, like keeping a
Yeah.
bubble.
You see that same clown you saw in Arizona. He goes,
Flash the gun at him.
oh, he goes. He wanders off.
Maybe we just tell them the clown. Never mind. Let's keep going.
Right. You enter this Masonic lodge, and the insides are immaculately decorated. Everything looks brand new, new coat of paint, shining lights, circus lights, big top ceiling. People are moving in. You see Kenny, he's almost swept up in the crowd. There's just so many sheer people in here. Why don't you all give me a constitution roll to not get separated?
Oh my god, I've got great constitution. Oh no, I've just got okay constitution. I'll spend some luck.
Double. I'll take constitution or strength. Either
Oh,
or.
keeping the same roll then. Success on strength.
Wonderful.
Fifth success.
Okay.
10 under 60.
Nice. Yeah, 76 under 80.
Kenny, he gets swept off.
God,
You lose him
like
in the
he
crowd.
Dixon like reaches for him, but he's already gone. Son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
You can give me a sand roll for being a completely restored Masonic Hall.
Well, they could do that in 3 hours, certainly.
Of course. With the full staff that they had when we were here last.
Yeah.
Of course, yes.
Success.
A failure.
Okay, great. Failure is just the one. Who's near a breaking point, by the way?
I'm still 4 away, so I'm doing
Definite
okay.
10? Okay.
Yeah, indefinite.
2 away.
2 away? Okay, great. You're in danger.
Yeah. Well, I started with the sanity of 50, and I'm at 42 now.
Ugh.
Nice. So you enter through these gilded hallways until you end up into what looks like to be a big top arena with like bleachers set on all sides, and in the main stage area there appears to be a showman, uh magician's hat, tuxedo, white gloves. He bows and he says, "Now for some fantastical acts. Starring Kenneth Smith." And he
Ugh.
smokes. He's gone. And what you see next is a magician's assistant. You know, that same waxy girl from the countertop at the diner. She's dressed in complete pink, in one of those like assistant outfits.
Yeah, yeah.
And just appearing on center stage is Kenny, Agent Kenny. He looks a little different. He's dressed in what appears to be a skeleton costume. So it's like a completely black jumpsuit with like skeleton bones.
Oh.
And he's strapped to like a long wheel. And what's next is this assistant. She's going to start spinning the wheel, and Kenny just starts screaming, as it goes around.
Dixon will start like pushing his way through the crowd to get closer because he can kind of he's seen knife throwing things before, and he needs to stop before someone starts throwing knives.
Oh, it's worse. No one's throwing any knives. That's the thing. Agent Sloan, what are you doing?
I'm pushing my way up towards the center show. I see them.
You can give me strength rules as you're muscling your way to the front of the crowd. Just awestruck mimes, gestures, jokers.
I'm gonna spend 10 luck to get it because I rolled a 90 over an 80, and this is it's embarrassing at some point.
All right, you start pushing away through. What happens next is like the woman begins to pull the bones off of the costume, and Kenny
she's just like grabbing them.
Yeah, and Kenny just starts screaming because it looks like there's nothing in underneath the clothing in that section where the bones have been taken out. So you could give me a sand roll for that.
Yeah, after the sand roll, I have an action I would like to do, but I suspect Baxter might as well. No, failure.
Failure, okay. This is pretty horrible considering like if you believe in it. It's gonna be a 1/1d6.
Yeah. Oh, I am on the knives I'm on the razor edge here.
I got one left.
Yeah, same.
All right, so what
Exactly
would you
one
like to
left.
do, Agent Dixon, as Larry,
Uh,
Kenny's bones are being?
yeah, I see she comes out like with one bone, and Dixon's gun just goes up, and he's gonna try and just take a shot at her.
All right, give me a firearms roll.
All right. Would you believe I'm gonna put a 60 in it?
Great.
All right, come on. Why did I put points into fighting brawl when I'm gonna be shooting? Dumb. Hey, 27's good. That is a hard success.
All right, you roll damage.
What is a pistol usually?
D10.
D6 or D8? D10? Yep. Now that's the answer I really wanted to hear. All
Ah,
right.
man.
Oh wait, I think that's is that a 9 or a 6? This is unclear. Oh, it's a 9. Okay, 9.
9. Okay, so you blast this woman in the head. You shoot her square in the right between the eyes, and she just drops, and her body gets really sandbaggy and limp.
Mhm.
Uh, so you just killed someone. So you can roll sand.
Yeah, but she ate the bones.
It's
She ate the bones.
gonna be a
Failure.
0 slash 1 here.
Okay. That is the perfect amount to put me into temporary insanity.
All right, so the crowd gasps. It kind of goes wild. People are murmuring. How are you reacting to this? Let's roll on the D10
Hell yeah.
scale.
3.
Oh, I think, is that violence? I'm pretty sure.
I think that makes a lot of sense to me right now.
Yeah. So a 3 on the bout of violence in real time is, yes, violence. So you're just going crazy.
Yeah, I
What does
mean,
this look like?
he's just lugging at this point, like he shot her, she goes down,
Yes.
and he's seeing this wheel going around with
And
Kenny
Larry's still
screaming.
screaming. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just now it's going into the crowd of clowns and mimes and stuff because it's like, are they
Everybody
about to
lose.
turn the wheel more? Stop, 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 stop.
So you start screaming at the top of your lungs, and you start firing to this crowd. Why don't you give me a sanity roll, because your partner's losing it, Sloan?
Of course. Oh God.
What I get for saving Kenny's ass.
I'll be losing it too because I failed.
Oh, great. Yeah, this is pretty harrowing. So why don't you roll a d6 for the failure?
3.
3. Okay. Why don't you
Yeah,
roll a d10 for the indefinite bout of madness?
6.
Okay, that's fate. So you collapse
No.
in the middle of the crowd, and we'll get back to you very, very soon. But Ashton, it seems like they got your partner. He's down.
He's
He's
down.
lost in the crowd.
Blam, blam.
You think you see the silhouette of the showman's cape fluttering in the smoke?
Yeah, that's that. At that point, that's where the gun's like going. He's been going after the crowd, but he's pretty sure this is like the cause of it. So, like, he aims it, and if he doesn't see them, he's just gonna start running
Yeah,
in
you're gonna
that
have to
direction.
run.
Yeah.
So you would probably reload your gun.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You go into this backstage area. You don't even remember there being a backstage area, especially in the middle of a stage in
Yeah.
a circus
Doesn't make
top.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're running down these brick hallways, and at the end of the hallway are these fluttering black curtains, and you just hear almost a wind tunnel, ethereal whooshing
Hmm.
from behind them. Do you really want to know?
I mean, if that's the only path, though, he's seeing red at this point, and he's just running towards it,
Okay.
and he's just
And
gonna shoulder through it
your
and pray
footsteps.
it's not a brick wall behind it.
It's a tunnel drawn on the brick
Yeah.
wall. Uh,
Roadrunner.
so yeah. So this is exactly what happens. You see the silhouette of the magician, the showman, the blonde man. His hat has dropped, and you're just running through complete abyss, complete blackness. You can't see these corners. They pop up like shadows in your vision. You hear Agent Sloan, you're also in this place now. You hear your partner. You're separate. You can't see each other, but you know you're in pursuit of the blonde man.
Yeah, and every once in a while, like if he even gets a hint of a shot, he's taking like these wild ass shots that you
Yeah.
should not do while you're running.
So you go, blam, 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 blam,
Yeah.
blam, and then you reload, right? And around the corner, you see the blonde man, and in one hand, just like split second, right? He's got
Yep.
his cane, right, pointed at you, but that's not a cane; it's a revolver pointed at you. What are you doing?
Uh, doing
Just
like
emptying the clip.
yeah, pretty much, yeah, trying to do a dodge fire sort of action.
Okay,
So I can't imagine it'll be good, but
yeah, you can roll for that, please.
yeah, well, I was gonna suggest the penalty dice, but it doesn't much matter. Uh, as he's trying to get out of the way. Yeah, 77 over 60.
Gonna spend a luck.
Uh, how far off am I? 17? Sure, why not?
It's
Why
you or him,
not?
right?
Exactly.
And you fire 6 shots into the wide eyes of Barry Johnson
Ah,
in the
Barry,
middle
no.
of the FBI headquarters, and someone yells out, "Gun!"
Oh,
and you get fucking tackled. He's very dead. He's got 6 bullet holes in him. Ding, it's your
get
first
off of
day.
me! Yeah, he's like hitting people.
You're being dragged, right? You're held. You walk out of the elevator, Baxter, as
Yep.
you went through a white light, and you're seeing Agent Dixon. He's being grabbed. Do you make eye contact? You talk?
Oh yeah, no, I see him. I rush over to him then.
He's got wild eyes. The gun like is probably clicking at this point. He's just
Yeah.
firing nothing.
Is there anything you want to tell Agent Sloan in this room full of FBI agents?
I got him. I got him. He tried to shoot me and I got him. Get Kenny, Sloan. Get Kenny.
And at this point, you're just dragged away
Yeah.
into basically almost like a holding cell, a
Oh,
prison
yeah, yeah.
cell. And a couple minutes later, you're called into chief the chief's office, chief section chief Carter, Agent Sloan. He says, when Agent Dixon snapped, and he seemed to have addressed you directly. Who are you to Agent Dixon? And
Honestly, unsure. It's the first day that I'm meeting him.
huh, I guess so. Okay, well, you're free to go. And as you stand up and go out of the office of Section Chief Carter, you feel in your pocket, and there is an 8 of spades. And that's where we're gonna end this story.
Oh. Hey, at least I know I'm a good shot, kind of. Awesome. Thanks for running, Alex. That was fun.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed that.
Oh, yeah. A lot of creepy stuff in there. I like it.
Solve your own crime or become
That's true. We
the
did solve it.
facilitator.
It was me all along.
I did it. I was the killer.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
They
Wait a
save
minute.
their biggest tricks for those who know. Ooh.
I like it. What's the book you based this
It is called Crampton
roughly off?
by Thomas
Crampton.
Ligotti. It is a screenplay that he wrote for X Files that never got filmed.
Ah, awesome. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
I like it.
That seems fitting for X Files.
Yeah.
Thematically, how it's going.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he just went ahead and rewrote the whole thing with his own original characters. And that's fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I could see, yeah, the duo works for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Right, anything? Did we miss anything obvious
Uh,
that you're like,
no, I mean you could have talked to the snitches, but like
that's right.
they just give you more warnings.
Don't look at it, man. Just be glad Barry's dead.
Dig too deep.
Yeah, you dig too deep.
We should have gone back to the warehouse. That would have solved it all.
Absolutely. All right, well let me do a wrap up here. So thanks for joining us for another episode of It's Live Actual Play on RPG Reanimators. We'll catch you on the flip side, beyond the black curtain. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out the RPG Reanimators podcast for horror scenario reviews, interviews, gaming discussions, and more.